Hello everyone, so now we're going to talk about unit number 12, moving around, workbook part 1, passages 1. Grammar, look at the timeline that a mother has envisioned for her twins' lives. Are the sentences true or false? Choose the correct answer, then rewrite the false sentence to make them true. Okay, so we have here an information, January the 2010th born, September 2015 go to school for the first time, there's a leap on trip around the world, June 2032 graduate from college, July 2035 return home from trip, in October 2035. Wow, we are pretty close. All right, so let's gonna check out. So you can pause the video in this section. I'm gonna make like a zoom out, okay, to see better the sentences. So as the instruction said, we're gonna put false, and the ones that are false, and we're gonna put the correct answer. So let's check it. Okay, so here we have that number one is false. By September 26, Max and Ava will have been going to school for 10 years. And it says that's false. No, it's by September 26, Max and Ava will have been going to school for 11 years. The second, by July 2032, they will already have graduated from college. That's true. Number three, it's by September 2033, they will be living on a trip around the world. So that's false. By September 2033, they will have been traveling for over a year. They will already have left on a trip around the world. All right. Number four, by August 2035, they will have been traveling for 3 years. That's false. By August 2035, they will have returned home from their trip. Five, that's true. It's now October 2034, but this time next year they will have started their careers. And six, it's false. By October 2037, they will have been working for 1 year. That's false. It says by October 2037, they will have been working for 2 years. Now the second activity is complete the email. Use a future perfect or future perfect continuous of the verbs in parentheses. Okay, you can pause the video. You can check out the email. Right? Now let's gonna check out the answers. Alright, it says, hi Julie, by this time tomorrow I will have arrived in France. I can't believe I get to study there. I'm nervous, but I hope by next week I will have learned. I will have learned my way around. I'm sure I will have gotten lost several times by then. Two, I will have met my roommate by this time next week too. I hope she's nice. I'm nervous about meeting my new classmates. They are from different parts of the world. I hope in 6 months' time I will have had the opportunity to get to know each of them. Sorry. I can wait for you to visit. Maybe you can come in December. That should give you some time to save money since you will have been working for a few months by then. And also by then I'm sure I will have found some great restaurants to eat at. I know how much you love French food. I really miss you, so write to me as soon as you can. So these are the answers. Okay, well now let's gonna continue to the next part. Remember that we are working with future perfect, so we have to use the auxiliary have next to will, and remember that the main verb needs to go with the past participle. It's the ed, okay, or the regular form, depends on the verb. Now in the next section we have vocabulary. Complete a sentence with about, in, of, to, or with. Sometimes more than one answer is possible. So we have here, Kenji can't wait for his trip to the United States. He's looking forward to visiting California and New York. Okay, let's gonna check out now the answers. You can pause the video in this section. And here you go. We have to, in, of or about, to, about, of, with, of. So, before Nicole left to work in her company branches in Spain, she participated in a special training program. Then, if you have the opportunity to work in another country, don't be scared of or about taking it. So look and remember that after the prepositions we have to use the form of gerund, not the present participle. Okay, in this case we have taken. Okay, don't forget that rule. So it's our first units. Okay, don't forget that rule. Then number four, Mitchell made friends easily after she adjusted to the new culture. 5. Jack was very excited about meeting his colleagues from China. And 6. If you want to take advantage of your school study abroad programs, you should talk to your advisor. Number 8. As soon as he became aware of his company's policy allowing employees to work in another country for a year, he decided to apply. Okay, so remember in this unit we practice with collocation of some prepositions. Now let's gonna go to the next part. Now in this section we're gonna work with writing. Is read the 3 conclusions about the experience of working abroad. Write the letters of all the methods used in each conclusion. So A looks to the future, concludes with the main idea, summarizes the main points, makes recommendations. In the first example, we have that concludes with the main idea, summarize the main points, and D makes recommendations. You can pause the video in this section, okay, to find out what type of conclusion is it. Right now, let's gonna check them out. And here you go. So the number 2, it says looks to the future. It concludes looking to the future and concludes with the main idea and also makes recommendations. No, wait, summarize the main points. That's C. So this is A, B, C. And the next one, it's concludes with the main idea, summarize the main points, and makes recommendations. Okay, this is for writing. And the activity of this workbook, it's write a short essay about what people should expect to experience if they come to work or study in your country. Your conclusion should contain at least one of the methods listed above. Alright, just to remind you, we have looks to the future, concludes with the main idea, summarizes the main points, and makes recommendations. Okay, you should add them to your activity. Okay, now let's gonna go to the next part. Okay, in this lesson, well, workbook activity, workbook, we're gonna just have one video, so there won't be part 2. And we're gonna go to section B. It says travel or tourist. It says grammar. Use the verbs in parentheses to complete the email. Use mixed conditionals as we work already with them. Now let's gonna pause the video. Okay, you can take a look to the reading. Okay, I think it's perfect in this way. Take a look to the reading before we show the answers. And here we go. So while I'm halfway through my tour of Peru, I like to say that everything is going well. But unfortunately, that isn't the case. I think if I had prepared a little more thoroughly, I would be enjoying myself a lot more. Little more. Right now, I guess if I had taken more time to research where I was going to stay, I would be having a better time in this beautiful country. Then my biggest mistake is that I didn't bring the right clothes. I brought all my summer clothes and it is absolutely freezing. If I had brought the right clothes, I would be feeling more comfortable. Let me put here. Would be feeling more comfortable right now. Instead, I've been staying indoors as much as possible and I have terrible cold. I went to a local pharmacy to get some cold medicine, but I had some trouble reading the labels. I think I bought the wrong medicine. If I had bought the right medicine, I wouldn't be sneezing all the time. If I had followed your advice about the weather and accommodations, I wouldn't be having so many problems right now. Anyway, I'll remember next time I missed you. Love, Sophia. Attach Petrup 014p. It's a picture. Now in grammar, match the clauses to make conditional sentence, write the correct letter. Okay, you can pause the video in this section. And let's gonna reveal the answers. Here we go. If I had packed more carefully, looked at in the if clause, we use the past perfect, okay? For hypothetical situations, no? So it's C. I wouldn't be searching my bags for my passport. If I hadn't chosen a discount airline, there's D. I would have a free movie to look forward to on board. If I had studied English more often, I wouldn't be afraid to ask people directions. 4. If I had left for the airport earlier, E, I wouldn't be worried about missing my flight. And fifth, if I hadn't forgotten my novel, that's letter B, I wouldn't be reading boring magazine right now. Okay, so these are the mixed conditionals. Now let's gonna go to the next part. Remember that mixed conditionals you can express result in the past, future, or present. And let's continue. Now we have vocabulary. What characteristics do you think would be most important for these people? Write sentence about each picture using the adjectives from the box. Okay, for this activity, I want you, well, to use the words from the box. We have culturally aware, culturally sensitive, non-conforming, non-judgmental, open-minded, self-assured, self-motivated, and self-reliant. Okay, so we have here the next mountain climber and business person abroad. No. Okay, says example, the mountain climber has to be self-reliant because she could be left on her own in emergency. So this is the second activity. I want you to complete this activity by using the words on the box and your own ideas. So this is activity number 2 for the workbook of passages 1, unit 12. And now continue with grammar. Complete the sentence so they are true for you. If I had been open-minded about studying abroad in college, I would have much more international experience on my resume. Okay, then this is the next activity. Next, it's you're gonna complete the next sentence with your own information too. Then, if I had been more self-assured when I, if I had been more culturally aware when I was younger, if I hadn't been open-minded about. Remember that we have to use the mixed conditionals to answer this exercise. And we're going to go now to the last section, which is reading activity. Read the article quickly. Choose the tips that are mentioned. Okay, you can pause a bit in this section. We're gonna do a little zoom out to check it out completely. Okay, now it's perfect. Okay, you can pause the video right now. And here we have the ideas. Call your friends at home. Take a course in anthropology. Take class for people going abroad. Spend a lot of time alone. Prepare for cultural shock. Visit the doctor regularly. And here we go. Now let's gonna check out the answers. So it says take a course in anthropology. Take class for people going abroad. Prepare for cultural shock. And then we have read the article again. At what stage would someone make the following statements? Okay, let's gonna go back to. Okay, you can pause it again. So now let's gonna check out the answers. And here we go. This is stage 1, stage 2, 1, 4. No, I just want to sleep all the time. The customs here are different, but they are so wonderful and sophisticated. I lived here for so many years that it feels like home. Everyone has been so helpful and friendly since I've arrived. The people here are so polite. I'm starting to understand the culture and feel more self-assured here. I only spend time with people from my own country. And that will be pretty much it for today. That's all of the level passages 1, unit 12. This was the last unit. So I hope that these videos help you for later if you're learning English. So remember that they're always good tools that you can find out. And that's it, guys. So hope that you have a wonderful day and succeed in everything. And we are we are finished the unit number 12, all the course. And take care. So best wishes for you all that having exams, projects, everything. Hope that you can have succeed in all your subjects and everything, projects successful, total successful. And see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.